Good morning, everybody. I'm currently on California Highway 99 right now, heading toward Turlock. Today is March 8th, just before 8 a.m. And I got a load of little styrofoam box things, whatever you want to call them, for McDonald's food. Very, very light load, only 4,300 pounds. I'm going to be dropping it in our drop yard. Well,
you have 11 hours and 26 minutes of remaining drive time.
If you want to call it a drop yard, it's actually U.S. cold storage in Turlock. I'll be dropping it there and then grabbing it empty and then continuing down to Tulare, where I'll be picking up a cheese load going to Harrisonville, Missouri later on. Qualcomm is acting up, it looks like. I may have to call in to the Omnitrax line and I considered stopping there and Ripon. I just passed. But then I realized I was passing the exit. There's too much going on here with other trucks and other traffic and stuff. Kind of distracted me, I guess. Didn't pay enough mind to where I was actually at.
You have 11 hours and 25 minutes of remaining drive time.
Whichever. Alright, we're going to slow down, alright. So I couldn't move over even if I wanted to. So Omnitrax tech support line. Let's give that a call. I don't want this thing giving me a hard time when I want to switch my status.
Thank you for calling Omnitrax Technical Support. This may be monitored for quality assurance purposes. Please listen to the complete menu as our menu functions have recently changed to better direct you to the appropriate team. What's the outcome? Automated mobile ASATs and services center located. For U.S. mobile ASATs, press 1. Canadian mobile ASATs. Please provide the device number you would like to have reset. Request to reset this device has successfully been created. Confirmation number is 42732000000.
Okay. So we're good to go there. My Qualcomm unit should reset in a minute now. I don't know what it's doing. It's kind of acted up now, though. So anyway, I'm moving down to not very much left on my 70-hour clock when I get through picking the load up. And I'm going to have like over, I think, 560 miles done by the time I get there for this shift. I've been running pretty hard this week. Didn't get any recaps last night. Don't get any tonight either. So I believe I'll be in a position where I can complete a 34. Not far off from the same time that I can start rolling again on recaps. So more than likely I'll do a 34 before I press on from Tulare. Been a little bit of I don't know, not too much of an adventure today, I guess. Last night, this morning, whatever. Actually started to get light snow up on Donner Pass at the top of it. Well, the roads were in good shape, but I expect that it's going to get worse there later today from the snow forecast. And shutting down.
A new message has arrived.
Yeah, need to send reefer status check. Okay. Anyway, yeah, it's Thankfully, I got through there before the roads got bad at all, because they like the forced chain requirement there on Donner very quickly. And I still haven't replaced my tire socks that got destroyed by helping somebody else in a parking lot. Or at least the two that I need to replace. Stay right there, aren't you? Because I thought I saw your left turn signal on. Alright, good. Alright, I got into Sacramento around 6:45 this morning. Come on, Kenworth, are you going to go around me? Because I want around these guys. I don't need you in my way. I don't want to cut you. I don't want to be cutting you off to get over there either. Turning into a cluster here now. We're still moving okay, but too many damn trucks out here and enough other traffic as well that, you know, it takes one or two drivers going slower than everybody else to create a big problem. Almost into Modesto. Hopefully when we get to the other end of town, maybe the traffic will clear up a little bit. At the moment, I'm just going to have to be patient and deal with this. I can try to get over there, but what good is it going to do me? It's not looks like I'm going to get a hell of a lot faster if I go over there. As long as that other truck up there in this lane is holding this lane up, it's not going to do me too much good here at the moment. Anyway, I expected I was going to have some traffic delays getting into the Sacramento area, but surprisingly, it was in good shape all the way down to I-80 business route, and even going through town and all that. I didn't get slowed down at all by anything. I don't know how I got that lucky, but I'll take it. Very happy to see that. Petaluma since 1960, spreading the moves in quality, compassion, and sustainability. Damn, Dan, back off. Why do you need to be that close to that VW?
You have one unread message.
Legendary beef, legendary quality. Yeah, they're over off of I-5. They got a truck stop over there too. There's 1:18 left on my clock at the moment. I figured I'll probably get this load dropped, grab the empty if there is one there, I hope, and then maybe skedaddle to I don't know, maybe we'll do Livingston, the TA in Livingston perhaps. It's not too far away. And after that, probably stop at the truck wash in Fresno to get the trailer washed out, assuming it's dirty, assuming there is a trailer in the first place. We'll see. It can be a little hit and miss with that yard, but we'll find out. Well, we do deliveries to that cold storage place, but then we also use it as a drop yard. In this case, I'm going to be using it as a drop yard, grabbing an empty if there are any available though. Now this load that I'm under right now is due here in Stockton, which I already passed tomorrow. So I got permission to drop it in the drop yard or a U.S. cold storage, whatever, and then go grab another load, basically keep rolling, and then we're going to have one of the local drivers grab this out of the yard and deliver it tomorrow. Right about in the core of Modesto now. Not too many more miles to the U.S. cold. I don't remember what exit number it is, but I want to say it might be like 218 or something like that. I don't know for sure. I know the TA in Livingston is like 203 or something like that, and that's after I'm past Turlock, or Turlock, I mean. Campfire Beats. South half of Modesto now. Actually, what is this called? Actually, we're in Ceres now. C-E-R-E-S. Next 3 exits. I think Madera. Freaking idiots. Oh, that was pretty dumb. The dumb risks that people take. Madera, I can't remember if that's north Livingston or if that's south. No, it's south. Because Madera is not too far north of Fresno. I want to say Madera is like a 150 or so mile marker, and then Fresno is in the 130s and 120s. Tulare, where I'll be picking up my reload, is off of exit 85, Page Avenue. Whitmore Avenue coming up here. Okay, so I don't think 218 is the exit. I think it's a little bit further down. I guess 214 or something, I don't know. I don't know, maybe 214-ish, somewhere in that ballpark. Perfect Union Cannabis Dispensary. A contractor pulling one of our trailers over on the other side. As we call them, logistics drivers. basically a logistics driver is somebody who has their own truck and authority to operate and all that kind of stuff, and then they just broker loads with us. You know, certain companies tend to run regularly, run our freight regularly, but with their own authority.
You have 1 hours and 12 minutes of remaining drive time.
Tired, but not too bad. Not as bad as it was earlier. Before I got into Reno, I was starting to, I was having a little bit of a hard time, and like, man, I want to hurry up and get over. I wasn't too concerned about the weather in Donner because I thought everything was going to be hunky-dory. It was all fine in Nevada. My concern was getting into Sacramento too late in the morning and giving myself more traffic delays if I took longer to get through there. But I ended up kept myself awake by slapping myself a few times here and there. It worked. Now, there's always that one time in the morning, somewhere between 4 and 6 a.m. In this particular case, it was more like around 4-ish. Just after 4, I believe. When I was starting to get that wanting to go to sleep kind of feel. And that's what you call circadian rhythm. So, really, especially if you don't sleep very enough, there's usually certain times of day where your body's going to naturally want you to go to sleep. Like in my case, it's usually about 4 to 6 in the morning or somewhere around there, and then also in the afternoon if I'm working more of a daytime thing, whatever, it might be around 2 or 3 or so in the afternoon. So I'm aware of that, or normally around that time of the morning is normally if I'm going to get tired at all, it's usually going to be when. It could happen earlier than that too, or even later, but usually that's about what time it is. But yeah, I kind of powered through that. Now, if I didn't have such a motive to hurry up and get through Donner and Sacramento like I did, and get this load run, not to mention I have my pickup I want to make sure I'm there on time for. And the sooner I get there, the sooner I could possibly start a 34-hour reset. So, given that, I just wanted to keep going. Any ordinary day, I would have just gone ahead and stopped and shut down wherever and taken a couple-hour nap, and then continue my shift after that. Let a container driver hold me up. Why are you slowing down? Well, your speed, but when I caught up to you, was okay. I would have been okay with hanging out behind him, but then he slowed down. Trucking, Newark, California. Yeah, man, can you slouch any more in your chair and then sit any lower in it also? Looked really weird, or that, or the guy was really morbidly obese. I couldn't tell. Far away. We're at exit 217 Taylor Road now. Yeah, it looks like only a few more miles, a few more exits up the road, and we'll be there. Got at least 2 before I get there. There is an exit on this side of U.S. Coal that I could take, but I don't think they like us going that way. The best truck route into there is to go just past the where it's at. Get off at the exit there. I think it's Main Street if I remember right. Go west on Main and then north on the street that's right there on the east side of their facility. Then you gotta go up to the street that's right on the north end. Turn left. Go west on it basically, just like several hundred feet, and then a left turn into their truck entrance. That's basically what's going on. Right, exit 215, Monte Vista. Dust Bowl Brewing Company, brewing tap room on the next exit. Okay, so the next exit coming up here, 214, Colkerth Road. That's what I'm saying I could possibly take, but it's not really. They don't really want trucks. I don't think they want trucks going that direction. They'd rather trucks get on Main Street. Actually, I think Colkerth is to get over there. I don't think it's truck legal. Pedretti Sports Complex. Northbound side's bogging down now. I don't know what for. I think it's just probably a lane ending or something. I didn't notice any incidents over there. Probably tell from my yawning I could go for a nap or something. Yeah, I wouldn't hurt anything, but I want to get down there also. The exit 85 is where I'll be ending my shift. It's just under 130 miles away, or a bit over 2 hours, about 2:15, 2:20 or so. I did my stops. I figure it'll probably be close to noon or so local time, or maybe 11:30 or so, something like that when I get over there. Run that light? Yeah. Yeah, why do we run right through flashing reds? Dipshit. Yeah, let's put him on Bonehead Truckers. How did you miss the flashing red light? Alright, So this is Diane Drive, the very next one. I can see right up over there on the right side. I can see U.S. Cold right there. Turlock Dairy Division. I think I just passed. It's another place we deliver to. I always worry about who's coming up behind me when I'm at a dead stop like this. Yeah, there's plenty. There's nothing going on back there. There's the closest person behind me is like about a quarter of a mile back. Over here or something. What is this? Oh, Nature Safe. Franz Hill Lane. That's where I'm going to be turning right here. There is a sign up here. You're going to see it's no trucks or whatever, but in order to get into their facility, you have to go past. They just don't want you going across the bridge up there, which is the one I was going to have to cross if I got off at the previous exit. If you ever have to come here to U.S. Cold Storage in Turlock to pick up a load or deliver or whatever,
you have 0 hours and 59 minutes of remaining drive time.
They do have a very small staging area right in front of their exit gate, on the outside of the gate though. Now you can see a truck parked in it right now. Actually, I see at least 2 or 3 trucks parked in it. Coming out of the lot, I think, if I remember right, there was a sign over here. I don't see it right now. So there is a truck coming down right there right now, but and the other over there in front of me is where I would have gotten that street that's crossing up there is where I could have came in at, but. I was always under the impression we weren't supposed to be going that way. And I'm trying to scan the lot for JCT trailers. I don't see any over on this end of their lot. So hopefully we'll find an empty there. Alright, I got 3 of ours sitting right there. Morning.
Are you dropping off? I see your driver's license. Are you going to be picking up another one?
No, just grabbing an empty. so she's used to what we do here, so that helps.
Have you been here before?
Yeah, you need me to check in over at the office over there for the empty, or?
Yeah. Check in by door 37.
Okay, thanks. Okay, yeah, they have 2 different sites here. Check in at. Okay, 37 is going to be right over here, right by where the yard jockey just went by. Park this one right here by these other ones, I would say. Yeah, about half a spot off. Okay, so I'm going to check in the office right over here to the left. There's another office that we sometimes check in way down at the other end of the building. Usually I go over there when I'm picking up a load or something. I think it's, yeah, when I do pickups. Something like that. Been a bit. But, alright, so your yard spot here. 5:59 it looks like. Put that away. Double check we have everything we need here. Okay. So, like I say, I'm gonna go get checked in. Just got, yeah, if I remember, I dropped this off, and then they'll tell me. I think can't remember. Yeah, I think they have to clear and empty for me to use, because they might have other empties here that they have planned to use or something. So that's why you got one of the reasons you got to check in. Bright and sunny, so sunglasses protect the eyes. Okay, I got at least 2 empties there. I normally would go for the newer of them, which is 6312. However, it's got 2 load locks in it, and the one right next to me, 70 whatever. It's in good shape, from what I can tell, and it's already cleaned, washed out, whatever. So it means I won't even have to stop at the truck wash to get washed out. And I mean, plus it's right next to me, so I'm gonna go ahead and drop my trailer here, grab the one that's right next to me, and we'll take off with it, and just be a straight shot right down to Tulare from here. Okay, that's on my macro for to drop this load. It's a U.S. cold storage. Come on, Turlock, California. 277 was it? Yeah. 7188. Yes, it is secure. Yes, it is sealed. I'm gonna have to let's see. We'll put bill box. I'll have to take my lock off this trailer also before we head out of here. No, it's not temp controlled. And we got 6. There's 1 load block in it, and then I'm gonna need to know the number of that trailer because I'm gonna put in the comment section what trailer I'm grabbing on the way out of here. Alright, 7114. Okay, so it's I'll have that, and I won't have to send them a free-form message telling them what empty I'm taking. Okay, good practice. We have a bill box, but it's a good idea to put these inside a Ziploc bag just in case. That way, if any weather comes and it gets rained on, whatever, it's less likely to get wet. Hopefully, I have one. I think this will work, although I'll have to double check if I have more back there. Air Force, huh? Wouldn't mind putting something like a decal like that on mine. Although for the aircraft, I put something bigger on there since I worked on heavy aircraft. He's got like an F-16 or F-35 or something on his thing. I think it's an F-16. I couldn't tell. Didn't look enough. I was looking at his Air Force logo. got my lock. Now let's drop my airbags and just.
You have 0 hours and 57 minutes of remaining drive time. Continuing to drive may invalidate your rest break, which is not complete. Continuing to drive may invalidate your rest break, which is not complete.
But I'm not driving. Gonna have to raise the landing gear. Drop the trailer, raise the landing gear up on this one. Actually, I need to raise my airbags back up, but I can kind of tell by the gap between the tire and the apron that it's probably sitting too high still. Okay, I do have a little bit of pressure on there. It is on there, but I only have like not even 10 psi, and I like to see 20. That 59-degree weather here, it actually feels like it might be warmer. Actually, let's go ahead and tug it a little bit. Not yet. Okay, so as I mentioned, I raised the landing gear up till it was a good inch off the ground first before I coupled in. Now, I will show you gauge right there is indicating 20 psi, which is exactly what I like to see when I'm hooking up to an empty trailer. Okay, I'm gonna finish pre-tripping this thing, hooking up and all that kind of stuff, and we'll be out of here. So here's the good thing about doing pre-trips. And not just hooking and booking. This trailer has 2 flat tires. Now, good thing I brought my tire thumper back there with me, and I started putting air to the trailer. Because normally, if I want to put air to the trailer so I can check for leaks. But went back there, didn't hear any leaks at all. But then I'm thumping all the tires. Think everything should be hunky-dory, but just in case, I'll double check. Thump a tire. Which one was this? Right rear outer, if I remember right. That doesn't sound right. It kind of sounds like it's flat. And then, sure enough, I just pushed on the sidewall, and the whole thing just moves. It's not even on the bead. And then I thumped the other remaining tires there, and I find out the right front inner is also flat. So then there's the other problem. I have our trailers all have the auto inflate system on it. So if I'm pushing air to the trailer and I have 2 flat tires, why am I not hearing anything? Something that'll help you guys with troubleshooting or learning how to figure out some of your own problems. In this case, of course, there's no air going. I don't hear any air hissing out. It means it's probably because the auto inflate shutoff valve is closed. The auto inflate shutoff valve is mounted to is right on the front of the tandem, kind of right around the center of the trailer, in front of the front axle. And sure enough, I looked over there, and yep, it was indeed closed. So I'm gonna go ahead and plan on taking this trailer. Yeah, as long as it airs up, with the assumption that I'm probably going to need to get at least 1 or 2 tires looked at, which I'm going to have time anyway. I'm not going to do it when I'm picking the load up, but maybe while I'm sitting around tomorrow with no hours to work with anyway, because I got nothing back tonight. I have 5:20 to work with the rest of the way, and it's going to take about 3-ish. So I don't know. I might be able to get as far as Tehachapi or something before I run out of hours. But at this rate, I think I'd be better off just run down to Lair, shut down there as quickly as I can, get a 34-hour reset going, and then I can PC literally straight down the street from there to the shipper. I can go straight to the shipper first, but they only have limited staging available there, and I don't want to be taking up a spot that somebody else could be using that has a more immediate need to be there. So I'm going to go ahead and just go to the Flying J in Tulare, and then I will, once I get through, once it's time to go check in and all that, I can go ahead and PC over there and make my pickup. PC back over to the Flying J, and then just that way I keep my 34 intact and all that. And then they say I'm gonna have maybe a couple hours or so left on my 70, so really I'd be able to start driving probably about a couple hours before I'd end up with a 34-hour reset anyway. And so in that case, it'd benefit me more to just go ahead and do the 34. Because then I'll have more hours to work with on, I can possibly get this load over to Harrisonville more quickly. And at the same time, I have a fuller clock to work with to plan on whatever load I'll end up getting after that, which I would assume would be a pickup out of the Tyson plant in Olathe, Kansas. But we'll see. Now, I'm going to go back there. It sounds like I'm not hearing quite as much going on. I do hear air still, and I hear my compressor running right now, but I'm going to go back there and double check if there's much for an audible leak or anything. I may have to drive it to get the beats to see, but the trailer's not going to do any good sitting here, so then becomes another question there. When to get this fixed and all that. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and take this. Well, I'm gonna have to take it straight to the TA here in Livingston because the right front ender did air back up. Right rear outer though is leaking, and it's coming from where the auto inflate hose goes into the hub. So that's a bit of a problem, and but the trailer's not going to be useful to anybody sitting here. And if I'm in a position where I can get it worked on right now, I'm going to go ahead and do it. Alright. So I'll go ahead and take it. I don't want to run it too far, so we'll take it over to the TA in Livingston first. As I say, this is only about 10 miles south of here.
You have 3 hours and 57 minutes of remaining drive time.
I'll do yard move. Yeah, it keeps coming out. That needs to be looked at. Like I said, it's not going to do anybody else any good, especially if someone's on a more tight time constraint, whatever. Where I have time to work with to either see if I can get it looked at real quickly here in Livingston, or if need be, I'll take it over to, I'll go get the load picked up, and then I'll head back over to the truck stop, and then in the morning, I can always have Loves or someone take a look, see if, make sure they have what's needed to replace it. In fact, I'm going to probably go ahead and call a TA. Just double check that they have what they need, or what kind of delay it will be and all that, because I don't want to delay picking up my reload also. But like I said, I'm going to have time to sit around with this, so, and I'm not going to have any weigh stations that I'm going to have to worry about going by between here and Tulare. So I'm okay with dealing with this temporarily until I can get the load picked up first, and then get it dealt with tomorrow while I'm sitting around anyway. Way Empty?
Thank you, hon.
Thanks. Have a good day. There's also curbside parking here you can do too. I forgot to mention, if you come here at all, I'll have to keep my eye on that right rear. Every time I make any kind of a right turn, I'm going to double check it. Also watch it as much as I can while I'm actually driving too. I'll also have to watch my my pressure gauges here. And not to mention, I can hear when it's filling back up or whatever. So I can hear my compressor running again. That's the other thing. I don't want to have my compressor running too often either, because that can actually put more wear and tear on my compressor. So hopefully TA will be able to look at it. Let's put this up. Call them up real quick. I don't want to go too hard on the turns. I don't want to encourage that tire to come completely off the rim. Paranoid about it right now, but like I said, it's either trying to get it to the shop real quick and hopefully, come on, close it. I don't need Trucker Path to figure out their number. Okay, Google, call Travel Centers of America in Livingston, California. Hello, I was wondering what kind of wait time you'd have if I have an auto inflate hose on my trailer that's leaking pretty good. Okay, excellent. Alright, so I'm getting ready to leave I'm actually in Turlock right now. I'll be there in about 10 minutes. Okay, thanks. Okay. They said they'd get me in right now, so we have more reason to hurry up and get over there and get checked in and look at it. all goes well, they'll be able to fix me up there fairly quickly. I won't have any delays to get my load picked up. I'm not going to let this pickup get delayed. I'll take it like this all the way down to the shipper if I have to, and then get it fixed over in Tulare while I'm sitting around tomorrow, if the worst case scenario. But I say best case, I'll take it over here to Turlock, to the TA coming up about 10, actually not even 10 miles away, and see if they can fix it. They might, sometimes they have like female part kind of stuff on the hardware that doesn't quite match up. I have had that happen before, so that is something to watch out for if you ever have a trailer or even a truck that has an auto inflate hose on it that needs to be replaced. Sometimes the hose tears or whatever, and sometimes it's like this where it's all venting out the bottom end there, like kind of like a relief valve or a bad O-ring on it or something, I don't know. Definitely needs to get fixed. If I was going to have to go by a weigh station on the way down to Tulare, I would be more apt to want to get it fixed right no matter what, right away, or possibly would have even taken another trailer. But knowing this trailer needs to be fixed, this needs to be addressed, and I'd rather take it myself and try to get the attention given to it while I have time to work with, than put the burden on somebody else who might not have the kind of time that I have, or who might have to go through a weigh station or something before they can do much with it. Or maybe it could be somebody picking it up who doesn't do pre-trips and wouldn't have noticed that there were 2 flat tires. The tires themselves look like they're in good condition. It's just, then there's the question of why are they flat? So the one, the right rear outer, I would say is probably flat because that valve is pissing away all the air. The right front inner though, I don't know. I'm not hearing anything coming from there, which means that it's more likely a problem with the tire itself. In which case, I'll probably go ahead and, after I'm done picking up the load, because that's going to take more time to correct, and I don't need to hold up my shipper over that. I mean, that's what the auto inflate system's for. As long as I don't have an audible air leak on the tire, should be all right. But if it is causing that, then even if it's not audible, if it's leaking, I'd like to figure out why. Maybe there's a nail in it or something, or who knows whatever else, so we can get it addressed while I have time to sit around and babysit it anyway. So also I have plenty of time to work with on that load. It's only going to be, if I remember right, 1,600 loaded miles, something like that. Yeah, that's like 533 mile shifts. Yeah, it'll only take me right around 2 days to get there, and it's not due till the 12th, I think, if I remember right. Today being the 8th, I'll end up getting rolling on the 9th into the 10th, and I can run basically most of the 10th, most of the 11th, and then run the final miles when it's time to basically before I deliver. And it's not due until like 1,500 on the 12th, so that's the other bonus. I'll double check though. I'm going to use my spreadsheet and figure out what's my best case ETA if I leave with my recaps, and then what's my best case ETA if I do a 34 before I roll. I don't think they're going to be too far off each other though. Valley now. It's just north of Livingston. Come on, dude, there's nobody, or there's that one car behind me. You could have gotten behind them and waited patiently, but your stupid ass has to go cutting in between two trucks, right? Should just stay behind all these guys, but looks like somebody's kind of button up here. I don't know if it's Gardner or the low boy up there. It's Burger O'Clock. Now watch, Gardner will probably speed up now that I'm trying to go by. I got two four-wheelers back there waiting for me to go to get out of the way. So I will temporarily speed up to Sierra. That's right, I forgot that Gardner got picked up by Crust. See that a lot now. Gardner's a pretty well-known company here in Southern Cal. Well, we're not really in, I wouldn't call this Southern Cal. Anything north of Fresno I'd call Northern Cal or Central Cal, whatever, but Gardner's a Chino-based company, which is down in Southern Cal. We're kind of real close to the San Bernardino and North of Riverside. LA County and Riverside, or LA or San Bernardino County, whichever. 34 or 33 Alpha.
Attention, a new important message has arrived.
I've seen that name before.
Message 113. Important received today. At 9:20 a.m. could you provide me the empty trailer number for the pre-planned JCB?
I'm gonna give him shit. I can tell he didn't read the notes when I dropped my loaded. That guy's a new DM. My DM is training him, and so he's kind of handling my DM's board over with her supervision. So I'm going to have to train him up a little bit there myself on paying attention to details. As I put the trailer number that I was taking in on my macro 13, which is what I do to drop my loading. Give him a hard time, and you know, he's new, and I know he's new, and I know he's learning, so I'll tell him I'm gonna teach him grasshopper, you have some educating to do, or some learning to do here. like he's delivering to Little Caesars or something. Or the, oh no, it's probably the liquor store. Ah, there's a JCT over here. Park over there. What's all these spot numbers? That's weird. I'm gonna park over here next to Western Flyer, I think. Come on, dude. What are you doing? That other guy back over there, so I'm gonna go ahead and change my mind about where I'm gonna park. There's no way. Yeah, I might make it. 'Cause I got plenty of room over here on this side, looks like. Nah, I don't like this setup. Well, we come over here to 59. My tandems were way out there in Timbuktu when I started this, so I have a much easier time setting up with that spot. But I can work with it. I park like shit, but I'm not going to be here very long. Get off duty.
You have 3 hours and 39 minutes of remaining drive time.
Okay. Said tip. Read the Mac 13 I sent thoroughly. The notes section of that macro tells you which empty I took. Now, actually here, I'll break down 18. 365 Echo. 693109. Trailer is 7114. Gotta get reefer hours, that's why I went out there a second ago. Ah, 12,436. Yeah, it takes time for the thing to boot up. That's why I went out there the first time, and then the second time was to actually read it. I need a few hours.
real
13195.
do this first, and then we'll go around.
Okay. So that's it for that. Well, I'm gonna get checked in and get back with you in a minute. So I need a picture of that for because they're gonna probably ask me for my miles on my tractor, or the trailer number, and all that kind of stuff. So if I have it available on my phone, I can easily tell them.
You have 3 hours and 39 minutes of remaining drive time.
Okay, she said pull up to bay 2 for either side, doesn't matter. And just waiting, I'll pull me in. Yeah, I can PC there. Oh yeah, truck and shop. Western Flyer. I'm not gonna keep waiting. Make sure my my ICC bar drags away from the guy on my other side. What I was watching there, watching my mirror to see where my ICC bar was at in relation to the line. And I wanted to make sure it was not getting too far on the other side of the line. And yeah, actually, preferably if it was coming toward the line and going past it, yeah, which it did indeed do. Otherwise, if it starts getting further away from the line on the other side, then I have to be more concerned that I'm at risk of hitting prime, which I don't want to do. Because we're going to go slower the rest of the way in. Less than 5 miles an hour. suspect WFX got to check in just before I did. And for other people, those of you guys who might be single or whatever, I don't know her status, but there's a cute girl working here in the service writing area. Kind of on the short side, I would say 5'3", 5'4", something like that. Petite, kind of reddish looking, reddish brown hair. I guess I would call it. It's got like a stud ring up above her mouth. I think it is something like that. She smiled a lot too, which is always, it's always a plus. I don't care if you're...
Attention, a new important message has arrived.
I don't care if you're status quo, good looking or not so good looking. A positive attitude can make a huge difference on impressing people, though. Well, a lot of people don't realize that there are guys out here, especially when it comes to you women. There are guys out here who will take a woman with a good attitude and confidence over looks. So even if you don't have looks, so what? Own it. Do what you can with what you have to work with, and then just, be positive and be someone that someone wants to be around, and you might find that it doesn't matter. All right, so that's my tip for you ladies who are watching. Meanwhile, for the guys, it's probably a lot of guys that have it. She's probably on the younger side, so that's another thing I should point out. I don't know if she's single or taken. I'm not my business what her status is, and not really my interest either, since I'm a happily married man. I'm just saying, since other people are watching, not just my wife, kids, or whoever else. Never know who might take an interest in stopping here to check her out or something, if nothing else. Auto Inflate hose on the right rear outer is leaking audibly. It's show you, it's I think it's like an O-ring or something. It's one of those weird the square type that goes into the nose. worse than I thought.
You have 3 hours and 39 minutes of remaining drive time.
Okay, so I totally missed this on the pre-trip. I was just kind of in a hurry. I was really caring about tires. I'm looking for audible and stuff. The right front axle, the auto inflate is completely disconnected, completely removed from there. So it just got straight up air coming out of the hub. And so that's why there's no air. I thought it was kind of weird.
Attention, a new important message has arrived.
If you have time to get it looked at, that would be great. Sorry, I didn't read in message. I was thinking you were a different driver. And repair bay at TA in Livingston now. Repair tech says he thinks he has what he needs to fix. Alright. What a mess. Alright, so that'll be good for now. I think it's a good time for me to go get me a bite to eat. Forget what all they have inside here. But got McDonald's nearby, Taco Bell. I got my own food inside the truck too as well. And then I want to say there's Jack in the Box or whatever it is back over there by where the delivery guy was delivering. Can't remember for sure, but yeah, a few options here. At least grab something and then come back. So, all right. Well, we'll stand by. Have some more footage for you when I'm ready to leave here and go pick my load up. All right. See you guys in a few.